live. Thanks everybody for tuning back in. I just wanted to say thanks so much for the support you guys showed on my last live. That was very meaningful. I knew deep down that the video essays weren't working. After talking to people like Dave Green, I just knew they weren't. I was going to have to pivot to something else. So, live streams are 100% more approved by the algorithm and YouTube than video essays are, and the last stream was proof of that. So it's my worst nightmare. I hate doing this. I hate talking without a script, but it's 100% proven to be a way bigger platform than just posting a video. YouTube has this false promise. It's like you could share your story to the world, and then you spend all this energy on a video, and it's like, well, we'll give you about 150 views. So if that's the world, they give it to you. But live streaming turned out to definitely be uh, way more effective. In this episode, I'm going to try to be less Mark Levin-esque. I'm going to try to channel more of my inner Benjamin Boyce and make this video a lot more calm. Maybe in the future I'll have some ranty type videos, but this one I just wanted to come on and talk about a few things. In the last week, I've been seeing some stuff. Really, if we think about it, the Charlie Kirk thing is pretty much over. I was really hoping that it would last a little longer than it did. And what do we have to show for it? Well, really nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened with Irina Zarushka. Literally nothing happened. And I think this is down to a couple different factors. One, the Republican Party is just a bunch of cowards. Number two, I think there was this misplaced focus on conspiracy theories and theorizing about what happened during the event. And it's just not useful. And so that's the title of this video, or the thumbnail: Truth versus Usefulness. What's true versus what is useful? And if you're having traumatic flashbacks of Jordan Peterson and his debate with Sam Harris, I can't blame you. And I can't even believe I'm really kind of using Jordan Peterson's argument here, but I wrote something on Substack and I'll read it here. The right is going to have to realize that while conspiracy theories are fun and maybe an honest venture towards the truth, they fail to be useful. Those who successfully wield power realize that every event is an opportunity to create a narrative, whether it's based in truth or not, to justify their own actions and advance their agenda. With Charlie Kirk, the narrative should have been that he was a martyr, and that this gives the right the moral legitimacy to do whatever they want to their enemies. It's true, and it's also useful. It shouldn't have turned into a debate, a Spurg-filled debate about exit wounds, palm pistols, and strange hand movements from various people standing around him. None of that helps you secure power, which is all that matters at this point. And I really do think that's what derailed the Charlie Kirk, any potential that the death of Charlie Kirk could have given us. And so, why did he die? Well, basically for no reason. He never got avenged. He never got any justice. I mean, I know there are conspiracy theories about the killer, and the text messages look weird, and yeah, I agree, it's all weird, but and you could go way deep into it, but is it useful? Is focusing on the conspiracy theory aspect how you reward your friends and punish your enemies? And I don't think it is. So I have formed a couple of points here about what I think is actually useful versus a conspiracy theory. And let me get this on screen here. What is useful? Because basically, what I'm talking about is we have to come up with a narrative. The narrative can be none of what you see on the screen is true. None of it is that the government is lying to you. None of it is true. And I don't know where that leads. I really have, I don't understand how you can reward your friends and punish your enemies using that narrative. But I can see it by making Charlie a martyr. I see a direct link that way. So here's the points. Let me pull up my notes here just so I have 100% clarity on the topic. Okay, point number 1. The qualities of a useful narrative, which is what we're talking about, it can easily be made into propaganda. It needs to contain a mimetic quality that must be weaponized. It has to lead somewhere. If you follow it all the way to its logical conclusion, does it help reward my friends and punish my enemies, or does it does it bring my side more power and control, or does it lead to dead ends and rabbit holes? And if we follow it to its logical conclusion, does it lead to nowhere? Number 2, a useful narrative turns the dialectic into black and white. People must be forced to agree with one or the other, one option or the other, one side or the other. One side is evil, the other is good. Nuance is for cowards. Vaccines, they were the best thing since sliced bread. We trust the science, and anyone who doesn't is literally Hitler. They don't want to save grandma, and they're going to get us all killed, and so we should ruin their life. It has mimetic qualities that are easy to repeat, and it helps solidify your power. Point number 3. It provides the supporter with a sense of moral superiority over the other side of the issue, and thus they will feel justified in any action they take to support the cause. The purpose of propaganda often isn't to change people's minds. It's focused on the people you already align with, to encourage people in what they feel like is probably true, and to embolden them to act on it. This is what Fox News is. It's what CNN is. It's what talk radio is. It's not meant to change anyone's mind. It's meant to strengthen their already existing beliefs. Now, I heard Stormy Waters say the other day that arguments don't change people's minds, events do. I've seen stories of leftists who have been disgusted with how their party acted, and they have reconsidered being on the left. 9/11 was a big event in America. COVID was a big event. Charlie Kirk was a big event. Their events are when it's most active. People's consciousness is kind of focused on it. The magnifying glass gets focused on it, and you have a limited amount of time. And that's when the propaganda can be most useful. Okay, point number 4. It provides clear and actionable items in relation to the event. It gives supporters a cause, a stance, and a policy to adopt and apply to every interaction surrounding the event. Supporters should know exactly what needs to happen for their side to win and what actions they need to take to make it happen. All of the judges who try to strike down Trump's orders, well, they were successfully propagandized into acting for their side's best interest. They're trying to, whether the narrative is true or not, it is useful because it allows them to reward their friends and punish their enemies. Now, I will say that the left has more, the right has more truth on it than the left. So when we say what is true and useful, I still think that the right can use truth as a weapon. It can still be useful as something to bludgeon the left with. The left hardly has anything true on their side. So I think when we're creating propaganda, it's easier for us. This is why the left can't meme. It's why they have novels in their memes, just words and word vomit, whereas the right can just be very short. All right, point number 5. It has to evoke an immune response. It has to evoke a response in the person who's bought into it. It reminds me of the meme where you're talking to a person about something political and Agent Smith pops up instead of the person you're talking to. It ceases to be your friend, and instead, the propaganda takes the place of their actual personality, of their actual thinking. No matter what you throw at them, you can't break through it. This is the end desire. This is the desired end result of propaganda. You have created someone who has believed into the narrative 100%. They believe that there's black and white. They believe that they're right. Not only is it black and white, but they're right for being on the side they are. And they know exactly what to do. And anytime anyone questions it about it, it pops right up in their brain. These are these 5 things, right? This thing on the left, I mean, I have it up here. It's obvious propaganda, and all these 5 points are present in it. It's effective propaganda. They wanted people to join the military, and that was great propaganda. It's why ICE is using similar propaganda in its recruiting strategies. It's useful. It's more useful than true, even. Now, I know what you're thinking. Witticism. We don't care what the normies think. And that's true. I really don't. I'm not interested in debate. I'm not interested in changing people's minds anymore. I think COVID did all that for me. I think the great sorting happened, and you either get it or you don't. So, why focus on propaganda? Well, I think we need to propagandize certain people. I think there are elites that pay attention to these fears, pay attention to this narrative. I think our side is growing all the time, and there has to be a network of propaganda. And when events happen, this is the difference, right? If you're thinking about propagandizing someone on a slow news day, it's not going to happen. You need to propagandize people when something is hot, when the magnifying glass is on it. You need to focus it right when the event happens. We saw when Charlie Kirk died that there was so much political capital for Trump to do anything that he wanted. I really think you could have done almost anything that you wanted. His death, as sad and tragic as it was, is a perfect excuse for the Trump administration to do whatever he wanted. It can be justified to do anything they want. And they didn't. It's such a shame. And now the time has passed and it's over. And Charlie's dead. There's a lot of energy around it still, I think, among young white men. I can feel that, and everything that I'm connected into, people still are really mad about it. If you think about immigration, that was an event. People are still really angry about that. Israel, every time a politician kisses a wall, I mean, that's an event. It provides optics, and it can easily be made into propaganda. It can turn the dialectic into black and white. It can provide you a sense of moral superiority over those who kiss the wall. It provides a clear and actionable item that you shouldn't kiss the wall and that we should reject anyone who does. And every time I see someone kiss the wall, it evokes an immune response in me that I hate it and I don't want it. I get it. I guess it's my disgust sensitivity or whatever authoritarians have, more than liberals. But Events are where it happens, and you only have a certain amount of time. And, Charlie Kirk is dead. We had a certain amount of time, and it's over. We lost it. It's like you get an event is you grab some sand, and then you have a certain amount of time until it all slips through your fingers. Are you going to let it go to waste? Are you going to capitalize on it? Can you build on it in any way? As far as the Republicans go, they suck at it. They choose the worst possible option every time. They have no idea what to do with the sand. They're horrible at propaganda. I mean, Lindsey Graham has no meme quality. Lindsey Graham is a blurry line. You don't really know where he's at on things. I mean, you kind of know where he's at. I mean, out of one side of his mouth, he doesn't like the left, and then out of the other side of his mouth, he's supporting the same things as the left, and so he's not very useful, is he? We have to focus, I think, in the future. I mean, it's just going to keep happening. There's going to be more Irina Zaruskas. There are going to be more Charlie Kirks. There's going to be more Kyle Rittenhouses. There's going to be more Nicholas Sandbatches. These type of events are going to keep happening as America gets more violent. There might be something that happens. Now, this is not a prediction, but let's just game theory this, or think about this seriously. On November 1st, all of the food stamps are going to SNAP is going to be halted. No more money is going to go out. I have been posting all these videos that have been doing very well. I'm really grateful for everyone who's watched, promoted, left comments. You guys are making that happen. The more that you leave comments, the better these videos do. But these are all compilations of people who learned that their EBT benefits are going to run out on November 1st. And they're Fed posting, basically. They're just talking about the violent things that they want to do. They're going to rob a whitey. They're going to hijack somebody. They're going to hijack their groceries. They're going to steal in the store. I guarantee you, on November 1st or 2nd, whether SNAP gets paused or not, we're going to see a lot of videos of Black people robbing these stores, shoplifting. This can easily be made into propaganda. It's very useful. Now, it's easy to see with this, right? My 5 points are extremely easy to see how we could use that footage for our own good. There might be some confrontation between a Black person and a white person. It's going to have a lot of mimetic value in it. Now, what do we want to do with that video? Do we bury it? Do we want to turn that video into an autistic diagnosis of SNAP benefits and whether or not this Black person actually was on food stamps and whether or not they were affected and whether or not they had a job? No, we don't. You can see the usefulness of these videos. It's an event. It has power to create political capital that we can use to pressure our politicians and elites into doing things for us, for chimping out, like strategic chimping. This is how you do it. And I'm just so tired of seeing conspiracy theories get the prominence. Now, I'll say this. Here's some caveats. I think conspiracy theories are fine. I actually like conspiracy theories a lot. I haven't done too much stuff on them on my channel. I've done a few. Way less than I am actually into them. I'm only into the ones that are true, not the stupid ones. But where was I going with that? Oh, I think conspiracy theories should be limited to events that happened in the past. I think it's fun to talk about Oklahoma City, the bombing there. I think it's fun to talk about JFK or 9 9/11 or Columbine. It's interesting to think about those things. And with the hindsight and knowledge and FOIA requests and all the things you can do that are available to you with time and distance from the event, it's interesting to think about. But what is not interesting, what cannot be allowed, is doing it in the present moment. Really can't do that. That totally derailed the Charlie Kirk thing. It just got us off of that. So that's my first caveat. We don't engage in conspiracy theories while they're fresh. The second point, we don't engage in conspiracy theories while we are in power. It's a lot of fun to do conspiracy theories about Joe Biden. Oh, he's Chinese. He's a clone. Hunter Biden and Ukraine and Burisma and all that stuff is fun. I totally get it. I engaged in all of that myself. But we had no power to do anything about it, right? It's fun to think about when you don't have power. You don't have you have the luxury to sit around and go, "Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, that's really stupid." But you know what? It is not okay when your side does have power. And this is my point. Conservatives have to get over what is true versus what is useful. Like, we just have to. There's just no getting around it. When we have power, there's no excuse to not do anything about it. And we're just going to keep chimping. The future of the right is chimping till all the boomers are dead, all the normie cons are gone. This is going to be the route forward. Every comment section, everything is going to be completely consumed by propaganda until we get some people who can actually listen to us, actually act in our best interest. They can lock the comments, they can do whatever. I mean, you can see our propaganda is so useful that like Tucker is now talking to Nick Fuentes. Okay? The most hated and banned person on planet Earth outside of Trump, and it didn't work with Trump. There's no way that these people can successfully ban you enough. There's just too many of us. I was talking about this on Substack the other day. I think the left uses dead internet theory as a cope. They use it as cope. They think that everyone they're talking to is bots. And I'm here to tell you that they're not all bots. I am not a bot. I'm not AI. Everyone I have met, all the other Anons we've met up, and we're not feds. We're not bots. We're real people with real concerns. We are legitimate. And this is the future. It's just going to be nonstop propaganda till these people are harassed, till they quit or die. So, anyways, I'm not going to go on forever. This was really what I wanted to talk about. What is useful and what is true. I think we are just so distracted on, we get hung up. This is a libertarian disease. And there is a lot of libertarianism and conservatism. It's really focused on being right. It's just so focused on being right on the internet. It's low energy, right? It takes very little energy to make a video and go, "Ooh, look at this guy. Yeah, what's up with his hands? Ooh, he scratched his nose and then Charlie got shot." That's just retarded. It's totally retarded. Charlie Kirk's a martyr. His death now emboldens us to do anything we want to the left. That's it. That's the pressure. That's the future of every event. How does this reward my friends and punish my enemies? At the end of it, your enemies should be afraid to counter signal it, right? They should be afraid to go against the propaganda. You should, as controversial as communism is, well, there was a communist on Seinfeld. Okay? There was never going to be a fascist one on there. Okay? Your enemy has to be afraid of the consequences of going against the narrative that you have formed. They have to be scared. Um, and no one is going to be scared by the conspiracy theory narrative. So, anyways, that's all I have. I've been going about 30 minutes. I don't really have any more than that. Um, I do have some videos in the works. Thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.